Hi, everyone. All right. I'm Neda Iranpour with Brewing Local. So glad you're joining us here on our streaming channel and here to talk about some craft beer in San Diego. Joined by this man right here. We have Tyson Blake, co-owner of O'Brien's Pub. Tyson, good morning.
Good morning.
Glad you're here.
Happy to be here. Thanks so much for the invite.
Of course. Did you walk over or did you drive? Like you're a block away.
It's literally, I got like 250 of my 10,000 steps.
Seriously, it's so close. It's nice to have you as a neighbor here on
same.
Convoy, of course, in Kearney Mesa. People around the world know about O'Brien's because the title, the best beer bar in the country. That's huge. Yes, number one beer bar. But that's a big deal. USA Today has declared for 3 years in a row now, right?
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
Cool. Such
Congrats.
an honor. My God. Thank you so much.
Tell me what that has been like for O'Brien's. People have known O'Brien's locally, but then
Yeah.
it just took off, right?
Yeah. It's been amazing. I mean, just the first year it happened, I mean, we're going up against other beer-loving establishments from around the country. Being honored with even being suggested as someone to be voted in was incredible. And thanks, big up to Beth Demon for putting us in the pool.
Nice.
And then all the support, all the votes, all the people reaching out. We literally had emails and text messages from people that used to come to O'Brien's, that have moved to Denver, moved to New York,
That's
moved to
awesome.
Florida. Hey, I voted for you. I voted for you. I voted for you. So it was really cool, to have a rekindling of relationships
That's
happening,
sweet.
but also just the outreach and support was incredible.
Yeah.
And then to actually pull it in that first year. So the first year we got third place, which was incredible.
Right.
And then
out of all the beer bars in the country, I mean, that's
there
huge.
was 10
Okay.
main bars voted.
The finalists.
Yeah, the finalists, exactly.
Okay.
And then and to get third the first year, we were like, oh my gosh,
awesome.
we can
Yeah.
actually maybe do this. Like, we're going up against Toronado up in San Francisco
Yeah.
and Monk's Cafe over in Philly. And
totally.
like these are places we travel to
Right.
go enjoy beer and
You're up
you
there
know,
with
you're
them.
inspired by, you know,
Yeah.
so really cool. And yeah, the support was incredible.
Yeah.
So it's been a party.
Since it's been first, you've been first since 2023.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 24,
2023,
25. Okay.
Sorry,
here we go.
24, 25, and
24,
26.
25, 26,
There we
and
go.
this year, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
And I mean, the fact that it was based on votes, the
Yeah.
fans of O'Brien's
Yeah.
came through. Talk about that. And I mean, it always feels very fun and like you're entering a party when you enter into O'Brien's, but it's also a cozy, warm family.
Yeah,
It's
I
such a
think
good
there's
feeling. So let's
major
talk about
level
that.
of pride behind
Yeah.
being a customer at O'Brien's
Mm-hmm.
and being a part of what we consider our pub family, right?
Oh,
It's really it's much more of an extension. We're not the kind of place that wants to treat you like a number and turn over your stool in 30, 45 minutes. You know, hang out for a beer or three and a meal, invite your friends over, have a meeting,
Right.
you know, and sit down and enjoy. It's meant to feel like a second home, right?
Nice.
It's meant to feel comfortable. A pub, right? It's
A
public
cozy
house. It's a
pub.
gathering space.
Yes. And I
know,
will
that
say, I
helps
mean,
create the
years and
culture.
years ago, I'm trying to remember, like, I was trying to go back in my memory bank. The first time I was at O'Brien's, and it must have been, it was like the Vavi softball league kind of stuff, co-ed softball. And everyone was hanging out there in the front patio, which you have that great outdoor space, which is fun.
Yep.
But that was like the beginning of it all for us. And then we were like, okay, let's just go there all the time. It's a good spot.
Yeah.
So talk about that, like the type of people that come to O'Brien's. It is such a wide range.
I think there's a great level of comfort for all.
Yeah.
Because everybody's welcome there, you know. So it is a wide range of, you know, 20-somes. I mean, families come there. My kids and many kids have been
Yes,
there
we've
their
taken
whole
our
lives,
kids.
coming, you know, coming through and enjoying, to the point where they'll come back and have their first beer at 21, which is like the best thing ever. When you're like, I remember when you. I mean, how old do we sound, right? When we say, I remember when you were just having a grilled cheese and a Coca-Cola, you know,
menu,
to having
yeah.
your first
That's
beers in
awesome.
IPA. Hello, spoiled 21 San Diego.
San Diego IPA,
Right?
yeah.
Like, that was not our first beer, I'm sure. But it's just it's really special to have such a range of backgrounds enjoy O'Brien's.
That's
And
awesome.
you know, I've always said, you know, at the bar, often you can find a bus driver sitting next to a doctor, sitting next to a psychologist, sitting next to a teacher, sitting next to, you know, just and all having the same conversation about a beer that's on tap. discussing something with with our bar staff, just enjoying each other, enjoying the space, and feeling comfortable.
I will say that's kind of the beauty. I mean, that's why I love doing this show. We get to talk about beer, and beer brings people together in such a special way. There's something about, like, you just know the background of the people who brewed it and just what they put into it and all that kind of stuff, which you get to do regularly now with all these breweries in town, right?
In beer, there's really something for everyone. I mean, there's over 200 styles and sub-styles of beer.
And how many taps do you have?
Wine. You can say that about cocktails, but you can't say that about many things. You know, beer, there really is something for everyone. We have 28 taps.
28
that
taps.
are constantly rotating. There are 2 beers on tap that stay on tap permanently, and everything else rotates.
That's awesome.
And those beers are Pliny the Elder from Russian River.
Yes.
We're one of the longest accounts in San Diego for Russian River Brewing Company. They were Blind Pig Brewing Company in Temecula prior to being Russian River, and we were a supporter of Blind Pig at the beginning of that.
That's how that came to be. Okay. Because, that's a big deal to have their, releases, their beers coming through to you.
Yeah.
And people are waiting out the door for these moments, right?
Pliny the Elder is still our #1 selling beer.
That's literally what brings people nonstop.
After day after day after day. And I get it. It's an incredible
really
beer.
good.
We love it. Well brewed, and there's a following, and there's great support behind it as well. So if someone's looking for that, make sure you try that.
Right. No, and it's fun because you get to meet all these fellow fans of the same beers, and we're all together in one place. So
exactly.
it's special.
I want to talk about as well on our
100 bottles.
Yeah, so lots of Belgian, German, European beers, things that'll age well, things that are special to have. So there truly is something for everyone.
We have to take a quick break here, but when we come back, we'll talk about the history of O'Brien's. You started in the 90s, and how you choose the beers that are on your taps. I mean, that's got to be a hard job. So keep it here. We'll be right back.
All right.
Welcome back here to our special Brewing Local, where we get to talk about O'Brien's Pub being the best beer bar in the country. That says a lot. It's a great place for all kinds of parties. I mean, the World Cup just happened. You guys were like the spot. It was packed all the time.
So
that's huge.
Amazing. I mean, how lucky was the United States to be a host?
Seriously,
a host country, and I feel like it was infectious. We have there are a bunch of new fans out there that will be watching Premier League, that will be watching,
the Women's World Cup.
Women's World Cups next year.
Yes, that's going to be awesome.
We're already getting ready for it. We're already discussing what to do and whatnot. It's super cool.
That's awesome.
And it's in Brazil, so it's in our time zone. We'll be able to be awake for it.
That's perfect. I mean, I loved the part about just middle of the day. All these bars and restaurants are packed. We did try to come to O'Brien's a few times. It was max capacity, which is, I didn't come early. That was my bad.
It makes for a cozy pub.
It makes for a cozy pub. But I mean, that says a lot about, people kept coming back to watch World Cup there. They come back to bring their families there, like we said. I mean, it's a place to hang out. And obviously the beer and the food are important parts. The feeling you feel when you're in there.
Totally.
The people you have working there are amazing.
Shout out to the staff.
Seriously. They are so friendly and fun. I mean, you just want to hang out with them all day. So that's a huge part of it all. But let's talk about the beers. Obviously, from the beginning, when O'Brien started, you've been known to have great craft beer. So how does that happen? How do you know what beers to put on the 28 taps?
Yeah. So we'll go to history first. So in '94, Jim O'Brien, the original owner, opened the place. A fan of craft beer back then, right? Not a lot available. I mean, in San Diego, we're talking Carl Strauss, we're talking San Diego Brewing Company.
Okay.
We're Ballast Point was until '95.
Oh.
I mean, there's Stone '97.
They were babies. It was all just starting.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of breweries that people think have been around for a long while, still weren't available when O'Brien's first opened. Okay. So there was a lot of beer on tap, supporting other California breweries. Hoptown that doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Nectar Ales doesn't exist anymore. Of course, Anchor.
Yeah.
Coming back, I hear. Sierra Nevada, etc. So the tap lineup was Anchor Old Foghorn Barley Wine and Sierra Nevada Bigfoot Barley Wine and Pale Ale and Boddingtons and
those are the originals.
But it's still the stuff that was not Budweiser, not not the macro breweries. It was still something very craft and selected. And Jim did a great job with that, and kind of sparked something that we still do today. It's just about outreach. Okay. It's about going to breweries and checking them out. It's about brewery owners coming to us or representatives
Nice.
coming to us and bringing samples and a conversation.
Yeah.
You know, we like to hear the story. We like to hear
Yeah.
the background. There's a connection that needs to
Totally.
happen before we're going to be supporters, right?
Right.
Just like there's a connection that has to happen for our guests, for our fans to become supporters of
Which I would
O'Brien's
love to
Pub.
talk about that because, I mean, even, for example, when I would go up to McElhaney, I mean,
Yeah.
that's where I remember
Yeah.
Jamie was saying, she's like, gonna go bring a keg to O'Brien's today.
Yeah.
But
Sean
like,
and Jamie,
yeah, they're
Pat and Al.
awesome, this family. And to be able to have, you know, your beer in Kearney, their beer in Kearney Mesa, you know, you don't have to go necessarily to McElhaney, although people should. But it is a special thing to have them here.
Exactly.
You know, and I think that's what's really cool. Like, and every week, I don't know how often you switch things out, but you don't know what is going to be there, right?
Daily. There are
Daily,
literally
oh.
only 2 beers on tap that stay on tap, and we blow somewhere around 5 kegs minimum a day.
Wow.
Or so there's always something fresh on, which makes it really interesting to be able to come through O'Brien's and know that the next time you come there isn't going to be like the last time
Yeah.
you come there.
But
Other
it's
than
all
the
gonna be
service, the
quality.
amazing staff,
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
food, the atmosphere, the beer list is ever changing.
And
it's
each
about-
beer has its story. I mean, it has
really
the family who made it, all kinds of things that I think people love to talk about and learn about, and you know them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is really
those
special.
relationships are really important. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Tori McCombs, our GM, is doing all the beer buying now. Before, you know, back in the day it was Jim, and then when Tom Nickel, my business partner, took over, he was the beer buyer. And then when I came on in 2010, I became the beer buyer, and we all had our own, you know, likings and whatnot, but we all shared a very similar love of IPAs, especially, but Belgian and German style beers, as well as lagers and pale ales, and I mean everything in between. It's just such a really diverse list, and there's something for everyone. But Tori's doing a fantastic
What
job.
a fun job,
And,
too.
kicking butt. So, and she's created
Great, Tori.
relationships that I'm like, how do you know this person? I haven't even met this person yet. You know, so she's done a really good job of outreach, and that's what it's about. You know, it's finding new friends, right?
That's awesome.
And then tasting their product and being like, wow, that will make its home.
That's awesome.
It's way on tap.
And then once it's on tap, that's where you can really gauge, like, okay, the people really like this. I mean, it must be great for breweries to have O'Brien's as a spot to, you know, see what people are into, right? If it blows fast, that's a good one. Keep making it.
I think it's been a point of pride for breweries to get on tap at O'Brien's,
sure.
you know? And I know there's some other great tap houses out there that are doing their thing. It's the same feeling, like when you're like, dude, we got on tap at O'Brien's. Like, let's go. And then what's cool about that, they'll come and enjoy a pint or two at the pub together, and then customers will go up and start a conversation. That just adds
so
to
special.
that experience.
That's awesome.
And it's experience that we're after, right?
Yeah. I know you brought some beers to look at for us to check out. So we're going to take a quick break right now. But when we come back, we'll talk more about the variety of options that we see there.
Great.
Okay, keep it here. Welcome back here. We were just talking Pliny during commercial break. You have the bottle.
I'm telling you,
have Elder, but
February Pliny the Younger comes out.
Yes.
And we do several tappings.
I know, but every time I check in, and it's
shoot me a little text message. I'll tell you
no,
when
but
to
yeah,
be there.
now
We'll make it happen for you.
It's because I don't get out of work till 12:30, and by then it's over.
Come on, we'll make it happen. For you.
Okay.
No problem.
No, it's great that you have that relationship, obviously, with Russian River.
Yeah.
People will come for that. But you have multiple relationships throughout San Diego and beyond with all these great breweries. I know Tommy, that's a big one with Lost Abbey. Let's talk about them.
Love that guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing great.
He's
so
awesome.
they've taken over the production brewery that used to be Epig.
Yeah.
And is brewing beer. He's actually brewing.
He's brewing there.
He's doing some contract brewing for my company,
Oh,
San Diego
nice.
Brewing Company, and brewing one of our lagers for us
Wow.
on a larger scale.
He's a
help us
talented man to work with, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
What is the bottle that you brought? I know that's a special
so
one.
Since our 20th anniversary, which is
Yeah.
now 13 years ago, we've done a collaboration barrel-aged blend with Tommy. So he's been able to.
There it is.
That's me and Tom.
Oh, that's you too.
Tyson Blake and Tom Nickel selecting barrels, if you will.
That's awesome.
Super cool
That's
sketch.
you two in the sketch.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's really special.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm like giant compared to.
I mean, you're not
perspective, I
a
guess.
small man.
But we did. Yeah, it's cool because we'll sit down with Tommy and taste through 40 or so barrels. and then find our favorite, some of our favorites are things we know that will work well together and create a blend. And it's different. We did it for our 20th or 25th and our 30th.
Okay, nice.
35th is 2 years away, so we'll have one around the corner.
So you'll have another with them. That's
Yeah.
great. And to see, the bottles are beautiful, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? Well done. But Lost
delicious.
Abbey's done so well. I mean, obviously, Tommy just is such a legend in the beer world.
Huge.
Anything he says, people respect. He knows his stuff.
He's accessible. He
and
really
he's so
is.
sweet.
He's so willing to have that conversation. And I think there's a level that we all reach, right? That you get to a point where you know enough, and then it's time to share that information and help.
And he's
the
happy
next
to.
generation along, and he's done a great job with that.
And that I think is another part of what I love about the beer world. Everyone's really friendly. There's no I'm not going to tell you what I did. There's none of that.
no other industry,
They're
I think,
here's my recipe.
that will share. Listen, I'm out of yeast. You have any? I need this. I'm short 10 pounds of this hops. I need this much grain.
Cool.
Hey, my pump just broke. Do you have this? It's like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most unique thing about the beer industry. I feel like the restaurant industry is also right there.
Right.
But obviously, you're not going to get that recipe for that sauce.
The secret sauce is still secret.
But I will let you know when the health department's coming around, or I am
looking
this
out for
dropped
each
off
other.
my food order. So I think there's a lot of golden rule, be nice and you expect nicest back.
Right. And it lifts the whole community together. I
really
think
does.
when one does well, everyone does better.
All do it.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
do it all by yourself.
do it together. Let's talk about your brewery.
Okay, yeah.
Because you not only are the co-owner of O'Brien's Pub, but you have San Diego Brewing Company.
San Diego Brewing Company.
You do all this. How?
It's all about the team, right? We talked about Tori McCombs earlier, and Pedro in our kitchen at O'Brien's to make things go, and then the rest of the staff that just kills it every day.
Great.
It's the same thing at San Diego Brewing Company. We have a great team together over there. My wife and I actually met there years and years ago. And then we partnered with Bob and Lisa Townsend that own the San Diego Chicken Pie Shop. So the four of us kind of restaurant-minded people came together and took this over, and we've renovated the place. It's looking fantastic.
Nice.
And the community really needed it, apparently, because they've embraced it.
Been coming.
Huge, yeah. We brought on Chris Hotz, who used to brew for Society Brewing Company, as our lead of brewing operations. Nice. And Matt Navarre, a great brewer that we inherited from the old regime that's killing it on the brew deck as well.
And this was 3 years ago.
Great beer.
Look at this. There's one of your cans. What is that one?
This is a San Diego IPA.
I like that.
We have San Diego Hazy, and we offer crowlers. We have 50 beers on tap, 25 of our own. Wow. And then we have full liquor, and it's a 160-seat restaurant.
Wow.
30
in
TVs.
where? Tell us the neighborhood.
It's right where Mission Gorge and Friars Road meet. About a mile east of Snapdragon Stadium.
Perfect. A good spot for that. So you also have your beers from San Diego Brewing Company at O'Brien's.
Yep.
Also Nickel Brewing.
And then Tom, I brought some of Tom's beer as well. Tom has,
cool.
My business partner at O'Brien's has Nickel Beer Company up in Julian.
Okay.
We own the pub at Lake Cuyamaca up in Julian, which is another place that you can get our beers on tap with a view.
Nice. I heard that place is really cool. That's on my list. I must come.
Okay.
That's great.
Let me know when you do.
Okay.
Bring a camera. We'll look for the eagles.
Perfect.
There's 3 bald eagles that live up there that fly around. It's incredible. It's a special place for sure.
I love that.
So.
But yeah, the fact that obviously Tom has Nickel Brewing, you have San Diego Brewing Company, you both are owning O'Brien's. This is like your world. You know a thing or two.
We kind of like this stuff.
We like it.
We like craft beer. We love hosting people.
Yeah.
We love interacting. We love growing our family, really, and there's so much just camaraderie and care. Yeah. And I think that's something that we've always held on to, and it's even more important to hold on to now, right?
Yeah.
In a world of AI that's heading our way, it's so important to have human interaction, and emotion.
Yes,
and
you want people that actually look eye to the eye and just talk about life and things and
that will tell you you're full of crap or that you're the best in the world. You know what I mean?
The real version,
the real stuff,
the real stuff. While you're tasting amazing beer. So that's a really important thing. I think a lot of people are needing, and clearly they're showing up. Your food looks so good.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, the papachito.
Oh, is that what that was?
These guys are the best. They created that hop.
The
hop bottle.
Bottles, yes, the bottle caps. I was gonna say
the Richards. They're the best. Yeah.
Are they customers?
They are, yeah. They're muggers there. So people that have been there for a long time, earn mugs over the years.
They become
Super
muggers.
Cool.
That's the best.
I did want to mention we have a Oktoberfest around the corner. We have a wet hop festival coming up here really soon, which are all beers brewed with hops that are picked and used the same day. You can only do that during the harvest season. Super pumped on that.
Yeah.
And then this weekend we have a dinner with Virgin Beer Company.
Yummy. Love them. How do people find out about the events real quick?
Go on our website, or Instagram is the best. Go on Instagram and then click on our website under our profile.
Very active there. I like it.
Yep.
Okay. Keep it here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back in just 2 minutes. I don't know about you, but it's Monday and I'm thirsty. I mean, why not? We're watching Brewing Local after all. O'Brien's Pub, tell us the hours. When can people come there?
Okay, so we're open every day at 11 o'clock and then until 10 o'clock, every evening, except for Sunday. We close at 8 o'clock.
And you have a new happy hour?
New happy hour, yeah, super pumped. So 3 to 5 every day and then all day Sunday happy hour. Yeah,
amazing.
Food, drinks, everything on special.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Be sure to tune in to Brewing Local every Monday at 10:30.
Thank you.